Here we are again. This place still gives me the chills.
Well, at least we now have our new orcish friends to delight us with their company.
You don't seem happy about this.
I just don't like the idea of putting my fate into the hands of these savages. What happened there at Barga Gore was nothing short of a bloodbath.
Revolts tend to be bloody.
I know, but... never mind.
In any case, with our new allies, we should be able to go look for the stones. Let's talk at the forge.
Though it might be wise to look for more support first. We don't know what to expect there.
Yes.
What do you want?
Just checking how you're settling in.
I'm good. Thanks. Interesting place you found yourself here, I'll give you that.
Back in the cave, you told me that you fought that demon in order to gain control over it. I'd still like to know how that works.
It's complicated.
That's it?
For now.
How did you end up in Barga Gore?
It's a long story. Suffice to say, I've been on the road for quite some time now. Barga Gore just happened to be my last spot before I ran into you. Let's talk about you instead. You gathered a ton of followers, one outcast after another. Tell me, Tahar, do you trust them?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Good luck with that. To be honest, I don't understand how you can do it. You have that look about you, and it's driving me nuts. It literally says hurt me.
What do you mean by that?
I've observed you on the way back from Barga Gore. The way you move, the way you talk. I get why other people follow your lead. I really do. You simply have some kind of strange charisma. It's not visible at first glance, but it's there. You give people hope. I guess that's what it boils down to. You attract outsiders, and you get them to march under your banner.
How is that a bad thing?
It's a bad thing because you're too careless. All these people, did it ever occur to you that they're outsiders for a reason? The treacherous orc, the renegade elf, the exiled dwarf? Still, you trust them. Even if you put your stern face on, I can see that you do. And it's why people follow you. But trust doesn't protect from betrayal. But let's stop this right here, okay? I'm sure you have things to do, and so do I.
So, this is it? Your fabled fortress?
You don't sound...
It'll do. All I need is a good forge. My ingenious mind will do the rest. Though these orcish smiths you've employed so far certainly don't deserve their title.
What do you mean?
Because they are amateurs, and that's putting it lightly. Just give me some coin for material and send them my way. Then I can teach them what a true orcish axe or armor should look like.
Will do. So long, Berg.
Yes, of course. Goodbye! Yes? Looking for some orcish craftsmanship?
Let's see.
There you are again. Gore's new friend. I truly hope he knows what he's doing. Orcs following the orders of a pale skin. That hasn't happened before. But, to be fair, you've given me little reason to distrust you. You did great in that battle against Krell.
Thank you. So you're the commander of the Firewielders?
Chieftain. And I serve Gore, our High Chieftain, who follows your advice. In other words, I'm the third down the list. Mainly, I'm here to make sure our warriors stay in shape and are well equipped. And if you're willing to invest some coin, I might even come up with a way to permanently increase their strength.
I want to train the Firewielders.
All right. Here's what we can do.
For decades, the Mohir elves, exiled from Finan Mir, have roamed Io in search of a new home. In Northander, they were promised lands of their own. But as the Mage Rebellion arose, they were quickly forgotten. Now, years later, they have taken shelter in a nomadic settlement in Leafshade, a dense, dangerous jungle, amidst the no-man's land between Utran and Wolfgar.
All right. The Morhir settlement should be a little further to the north.
How long have the Morhir been living here?
Well, they left Finn and Mir about 30 years ago, and they were sent to settle here 8 years after their arrival. So that's 22 years now.
Quite long, considering Leafshade was just meant to be a stopover.
I'm sure they feel the same way. But then again, I understand why finding a new home for fugitive elves wasn't on top of the Crown's priority list after the Mage Wars broke out.
All right then, what's the plan?
Well, I suggest we try to find their settlement first and then talk to their scryers. They're the ones who make the decisions.
Good. Then lead the way.
Something you need?
Interesting.
All right, why not?
Now would you look at that? Yes?
Huh?
Sounds like a plan. Get ready!
Let's see.
Sure.
Got it. Will do. They will fall.
Here! Here!
Just give the word.
Blasted armor.
Interesting.
Sure. We should get moving.
What do you want?
Corporal?
Fine.
Understood.
That's the way?
Fair enough. Let's do this. So, what's the plan?
Let's see.
Alright, why not?
Sure.
Yes? Interesting. Now would you look at that? Interesting. 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 Let's see. Interesting.
Huh?
Here we go.
You'll regret this.
Yes?
Uh-huh. Yes?
Good move.
Will do.
Sure.
Yes?
Zarek guides me. Good move.
Just give the word.
A traveler. Don't get many in these parts. What do you want? If you're looking for shelter, you've come to the wrong place.
Who are you people? This is Elven territory, isn't it?
Huh. Elven territory, my arse. Just because the Moor here were allowed to put up their little town here doesn't mean they own the whole jungle. As for who we are, if you don't know, then you probably don't have any business here.
Can you let us in?
As I said, no. This isn't a roadside inn. Now, sod off.
Never mind. We'll be up.
Huh?
That way?
Got it.
Sure.
Blazes, that thing is huge.
I need help over here.
Blasted armor.
Whatever's necessary.
Focus area. Focus.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Now would you look at that?
Sure.
All right.
should get moving.
For the fire wielders!
Will do.
This isn't personal.
Yes?
Fine.
This isn't personal.
Whatever's necessary.
I'll keep you shielded.
What do we need?
Fine.
What's next?
This way, right?
Sounds like a plan.
Interesting.
You got it. You read my mind.
You regret this.
All right.
So, what's the plan?
Let's see.
Sure. Good move.
Now would you look at that?
5. Zarek guides me.
Interesting. Understood.
Sure.
Blasted armor.
Danger up ahead! Is this really necessary?
Got it.
That way? Yes. Focus area. All right, focus. Here goes nothing.
Yes?
Is this?
I'll keep you shielded!
What do we need?
They will fall.
You'll regret this.
Huh?
Here we go.
Yes?
Sure.
Corporal? Yes?
Uh-huh. Sounds like a plan.
What do you want?
Get ready!
We should get moving.
Let's see.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
For the Fire Wielders!
Who?
Just give the word.
Now would you look at that?
Corporal?
You got it.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Help! Please! Yes?
You asked for this.
That's the way? fine.
Yes?
Sounds like a plan.
Understood.
Sure. Yes?
Good move. Fine.
Is this the village?
Should be. And don't ask me why there's no one guarding the entrance.
Hours ago. They're further down in the village.
Can't believe we're still having this discussion. Tell me, Arlen, where was Ellen in all those years when our people were on the run? Just face it, she never helped us. None of the Guardians did.
Well, maybe they would have if it weren't for heretics like you. We are Ellen's children, all of us.
We are the children of our mothers and our fathers, for heck's sake. If you are so pious, then why did you leave Finn and Mir in the first place? What we need is rationality and reason, not praying to the gods that have left us.
Heresy, Varden. This is heresy.
Yes. Interesting. Now would you look at that?
An Everan, aren't you? It's been a while since we got visitors. If you don't count those soldiers, that is.
Well, the short version is, we're looking for allies to end the bloodburn.
A lofty goal. Are you sure you came to the right place, though? To us, the Moor here.
Why wouldn't I?
I just thought the Finn and Mir with their treants and gilded armors would have been a better option. We are renegades. Outcast. But I suppose your pure blood friend told you as much already.
I'm not as pure blood as you think.
Be that as it may. Best you talk to Finrior and Merilith, the first and second Scryer. Maybe they'll listen to you once they're done bickering.
Huh? An Everan? What are you doing here?
What are these two arguing about?
I don't see why that concerns you. How did you get in here anyway? Get lost.
Huh? What is it? Who are you?
Just a traveler. Don't mind me. Let's see.
Salangar. A pure blood. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any better.
Not what I'd call myself. I haven't been in Finn and Mir for 8 years.
Is that so? Well, who am I to judge? Who let you in?
There weren't any guards.
What? Great. Just great. This is getting better and better. but please, forgive my manners. I'm Varden Merilith, second scryer of Lathwain. Who are you, and what do you want? Are you with the soldiers?
Soldiers?
The army folk. But if you have to ask, I suppose you're on your own. Tell me then, what brings you here?
That's a long story.
So you're the corporal from Lianon? Well, that's a surprise. I know the story, and once more I would like to apologize for what Scryer Elion did. She should not have opened fire. Also, I know about what happened to you afterwards, how the other soldier tried to frame you. I am honestly surprised you are still alive. The Royal Army isn't known for their leniency. Either way, your story sounds bizarre, but I don't think you are lying. And after the events in Lianon, it's only fair if we help you now, to make up for it. Not to mention the fact that the bloodburn needs to be stopped.
So you'll provide us with troops?
It's not that simple. I have to bring up the matter before the other scryers, and they all have to agree. But not now. We currently have our own sack of problems to deal with.
Are you the leader of this place?
One of them, yes. I'm the second scryer, and the Moorhere Council is made up of 6 scryers in total. 7, actually, but our eldest passed away recently, which complicates the decision-making, as you can imagine.
What problems do you have?
The short version? Leafshade has been struck by the bloodburn. Elves and animals are affected, and for some reason it has a different effect on us than it has on your race. It corrupts us.
Corrupts?
Drives us mad. And if that weren't enough, the Council can't decide on a course of action. Pathetic, isn't it? People are dying, but all we do is bicker.
Where do you and Finrior disagree?
Oh, that's simple. Finrior claims that the corruption has nothing to do with the bloodburn, but is a curse of the Guardians. Of Ellen, to be precise.
I take it you have a different view on that.
I do. The Guardians are gone. That is common knowledge. I don't know if they are preparing for the return of Aeonir, as the purity of light claims, but I know that this is a fact we have to deal with.
So where do you think this corruption comes from?
As I said, I think it's just how we elves react to the bloodburn.
How many of you are affected?
Not as many as in your kind. 1 in 10, maybe. And for some reason the infection only spreads outside the city borders.
As I said, I'm trying to find a cure for the bloodburn. Maybe I might be able to help.
You want this alliance to happen as quick as possible, don't you? Well, yes, maybe your knowledge about the bloodburn could indeed help us. Give me a moment to think this through, will you? There are some things I need to consider.
All right. Interesting. We should probably talk to the other scryer, too.
What? Who are you? Who let you in?
The gate was unguarded.
Really? Next thing you know, this place is being overrun by undead because the guards have all gathered to hear us bicker. You're from Gravefell, aren't you? I recognize that accent. I'm Arlen Finrior, first scryer of this settlement. What do you want?
I'm looking for allies, but let me start from the beginning.
Ah, so, you're Isamo Taha's child. Well, you're lucky, I believe, that the Guardians have given us all a free will. I can see that you're nothing like your father, and it's true that the bloodburn has to be ended. I can agree with those crazy cultists on that much.
So you're going to help us?
I would if I could, but as you may have gathered by now, we have our own battle to fight here. Ellen has cursed us.
Who is the other elf? The one you were arguing with?
A misguided fool. And sadly one with a very influential father, who made him the second scryer of this township.
Does this town have a name?
It does. Lathwain, which roughly translates as respite.
Respite? Sounds kind of temporary.
Well, it is. I don't know how familiar you are with our history, but after the Finnenmere exiled us, we were promised lands by the Queen. Then the Mage Wars came, and understandably our promised home wasn't of importance anymore.
That incident in Lianon won't make the Lord Marshal more sympathetic to your cause. You broke the White Mist Treaty.
Yes, and it was a horrible mistake. But the people were scared, particularly because Merilith did an excellent job at instilling fear and telling them that our little problem could be fixed by sending a group of scholars into Nortander territory. And what good did it do? Nothing. You'd think that this failure would have shown the Moria how incapable Merilith is as a leader, but sadly, it didn't.
This looks like a nice enough place, though.
Well, save for the undead roaming through the forests and attacking us each night, yes.
I see. So Leafshade is only a stopover?
Yes. We will find our true home someday. I'm sure of that.
Ellen has cursed you?
Yes. Our lands are withering, and every 1 in 10 elves loses his mind. Their eyes turn black, they salivate like animals, and attack everything in sight.
And you think Ellen has inflicted this curse upon you?
I know. You see, since we Moria left Finnanmere, more and more of our people have fallen away from our faith. Some even blame the Guardians for our exile. I don't know how familiar you are with the history of our people, but briefly put, we were cast out of the Finnanmere Empire after we expressed doubts about the Elven Council.
So they exiled you? Yes, I know the story.
Exactly. They simply cast us out like an unwanted child. As you can imagine, the years we spent on the road searching for a new home were strenuous. And as a result of that, more and more of our people lost faith in the Guardians, which is ironic, since our faith was one of the reasons we were cast out in the first place.
Well, you can't deny that the Guardians have become weaker.
That is true. But have you ever wondered why?
I guess you have?
Yes, indeed. They have withdrawn from this world because people have stopped believing. It has always been our belief, our unwavering faith, that had made them strong. Without it, there simply is no reason for them to care anymore.
Pardon me, but that's nonsense. You're assuming the Guardians behave like little children, take away their sweets, and they run off crying or start throwing tantrums.
It's not that simple. But I doubt this is the right time for a theological discussion.
Probably not.
And what does all this have to do with the corruption?
Isn't it obvious? It's Ellen's punishment for us turning our backs on her.
You mean...
Yes. Ellen has protected our kind for millennia. And now, we have betrayed her. This is her punishment.
Isn't it more likely that this is simply the way elves react to the bloodburn?
No. Although rare, there have been cases of bloodburn among the Moria too, and they display exactly the same symptoms as humans. Varden Merilith simply likes to ignore that because it doesn't fit into his nice little theory. Also, why does it only occur in Leafshade, and only outside the city walls? A plague doesn't know borders.
If it is a curse by Ellen, how can it be cured?
Of course. Despite all we have done, Ellen still considers us her children. What she wants is for us to remember her, to return to our true faith. In other words, it is a trial.
It's true. Sometimes the Guardians put our faith to the test.
Well said, Orc. All we need to do is to trust in Ellen's guidance. Then we will find a way to lift the curse.
If you're the first scryer, why do you need Merilith's approval?